Why you should start a fight club in your college, school, maybe not school, uh, in your building, in your apartment, in your basement. Why you should start a fight club. Have you watched the film Fight Club? Which inspires young men to rise up, which destroys the black pill, which destroys the blue pill, which exposes the truth of the world. 20% of men, 80% of women, 20% of men, 80% of riches, 20% of men, 80% of the luck. It's hard work. It's not luck. It's hard work. It's not oppression. It's hard work. It's not crying. Right? And why starting a fight club in today's day is a fucking worst. Yeah, why does starting a fight club in today's day put you above other young men, right? It sets you apart. It gives you an edge, right? So if you haven't watched the film Fight Club, go ahead and watch it, right? It's basically a film where Brad Pitt, like he's the main character, right? He's like the main character's friend. He's like he holds as much weight as the main character, right? Yeah, he holds as much weight as the main character, right? And his main character is a wimp. He's a dog. He's like, you know, stereotypical white man in today's world. Like how the films portray white men as nerds, right? In today's world, stereotypical white man. He works a job he hates, corporate world, no women, dark. Then Tyler Durden, right? Brad Pitt starts a fight club. He fights people in basements, right? There are rules to that. This makes man rise up again. It gives them a masculine drive, right? Just yesterday, I was with two of my friends in this park near school, right? It was empty, and I was with one of these friends who never ever fought, right? He's never fought anyone. He seems like a very chill guy. He won't ever raise his hand or anyone. He's not the wrestling type at all. You know, we came to this area of the park which was not concrete, right? It was this rubbery esque floor, something like that, where basically if you fall, you don't get hurt. So, children, I guess, right? And I did this to him, like, like Max Holloway, and I entered my wrestling stance, and he did too. The same guy who looks like he couldn't hurt a fly entered his wrestling stance. I was like, whoa. I didn't actually expect that, bro. And I told him, yo, let's wrestle. And he's like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, it's mad, right? And we did. He wrestled, bro. We did striking and stuff like that. And bro, he was stronger. Like, not stronger than me, but he was much stronger than what I expected, right? I taught him, like, how to do a single leg takedown. I taught him how to do a double leg takedown. Taught him how to defend against a takedown, how to sprawl, stuff like that. And this guy was actually utilizing it. He was like using his brain, right? He was pretty good with how he was playing for like a first timer who probably never ever wrestled anyone, right? What that showed me that every man has the capability in him to protect himself, to fight, right? To get aggressive, like to defend for himself, and there's no other option. And once you bring that out, makes you feel so powerful, right? Makes you feel like you're penetrating the world and destroying the world. You feel like a Super Saiyan, bro. Yeah. So, always starts with around two or three friends, right? Go to a place where no one else can see you. I started it in my college terrace, right? College terrace, right? I started there, and we were wrestling and stuff. One guy who already does MMA, right? And we had the senior with us who was a very good MMA fighter. And, three, four of us, we were fighting around there, right? And it created a feedback loop. Right? These guys became sharper in class. They were bold. Suddenly, they weren't scared of approaching girls anymore. Yeah, they weren't scared of approaching girls anymore. That's mad, right? They weren't afraid to talk up to guys who disrespected them, even as play, like who like disguised it as playful shit. They weren't afraid to stand up against them, speak up against them, right? And I started at the terrace, but the terrace it's got like concrete floor, so it hurts when you fall. So we moved to this park. It's fun. Trust me, it's fun. So we gather a couple of friends, and you know, instead of going to like striking, boxing, Muay Thai or something like that, start with wrestling, right? Because everyone knows how to wrestle. It's like everyone knows basic wrestling, right? And you just need to teach them the wrestling stance, 2 takedowns. It's not even that hard. It'll take like 5 minutes to teach, 2 minutes to teach, right? And teach them one by one. It's easy. Tell them to teach each other how to do it. And wrestle, bro, right? Would legitimately say that don't go easy on them, right? Even if it's their first time. Unless they're very bad at it and they don't know what they're doing, don't go easy on them, right? But of course, don't like throw them around, don't like suplex them immediately. Play, play, play fight. Okay? Wrestle, that's playing, right? It's not an actual match. For you, it isn't. But for them, it's the first time they're fighting, right? So for them, it's serious. So yeah, start a fight club, right? The Red Bull is falling off. We need a rebirth of the Red Bull. The Black Pill is starting to take control of these young men here. Why? Because self improvement is not in the trend anymore. Stay happy. Stay Red Pilled. Mwah.